Hello, welcome. I'm going to play John Madden Football 92 on the Sega Genesis. When you first start the game, it actually shows you the credits, which is unusual. Typically games go straight to the main menu. Of course, you don't have to watch all of them. I will skip them. So there's a lot of options in this game. Of course, I'm just going to play a single game. Player. Team 1, I'm going to do Kansas City. Should go the other direction, I guess. There's no licensing. It's just teams named after the city, and players go by uniform number. No player names. So I'm picking the Super Bowl teams for 2021. The stadiums, I don't know if there's any difference to the way the players move. I think it's just for appearance. Weather probably impacts the game a bit. I'm just gonna stick with fair weather. I chose Kansas City just because it's better to play as. I'm kind of favoring Tampa in the actual Super Bowl, but these are the 1991 rosters, so Kansas City is much better. The check marks are just who has the advantage, and Kansas City is a big advantage on the offensive line. EASN is the Electronic Arts Sports Network. EA Sports didn't exist for a couple more years. It appears in the Madden 94 version. It's a decent return. The game looks slow. It's because it is. Today's games move much faster. It's just it looks slow and it does feel slow. The speed burst, there's a speed burst button, but it's very. It's like a very brief burst. Oh, I shouldn't have switched on to the guy. I usually let the computer make the catches and defend the wide receivers. Otherwise, I just end up moving the wrong direction. So you can see there's normal, hands, fast, and big. That determines the players on the field. Probably is better to just keep selecting fast, because speed is everything in sports games, especially the old ones. Oh, if he could have gotten past him, he had a lot of room. Although the defenders often catch up. They are faster, I guess. I don't know if there's stamina. It's like, I don't think it matters how much you speed burst. I can't say for certain. The manual's large. I didn't want to reread it. It's 80 pages, which is surprising. A chunk of that are the teams. I guess around 30 pages must be the teams. Each team gets a page where it lists all the players by uniform number, and they're rated in a few categories on a scale of 1 to 15. 15 mean the best, so there's one player on this offense with 15 speed, number 88. 28! Red! And that's him right there. Yeah, I'm tapping the speed burst constantly. That's why he kind of leans forward a bit. So it's because I select fast. When I select the fast roster, I'll get that wide receiver instead of the running back in the backfield. Caught up to him, even though he has max speed, but That's why it's hard to get huge runs. I've been playing this trying to get a good video. And I've pulled off a few 40+ yard runs and an interception return that was over 60 yards. But I don't do it constantly. Maybe in the past I could, I don't remember. I used to be able to run up the score on this game, but it had more to do with special teams. So we can skip fast when we're this close to the end zone. Of course, A, B, and C are the buttons on the controller. There's only 3 buttons to use when playing. It's part of the fun of old games, the simplicity of them. Oh, we almost got in. That was Christian Okoye on the reception. Probably tell you who a few players are. I only know a few. So Okoye is the fullback, but he was the lead back on the actual team. You know, Barry Word is the running back and has much better statistic. Oh, is he in? He's like stuck against someone. That's Steve DeBerg, the quarterback. There are a few different touchdown celebrations. Sometimes you'll see the same one over and over for the whole game, but there are at least 3 that I've seen while trying to do this recording. This is actually my 6th attempt, I think. I've had some good games, but it's mostly the audio. And I kept trying, well, what I kept trying to do is get an injury, which I've yet to see. There's an ambulance in this game. And yeah, I've played so many games and I can't get it to show up. You gotta get somebody injured. I think it's usually the quarterback. But maybe other players can too. I was gonna go with my last recording, but yeah, I was picking up way too much controller noise, so I'm trying to do a better job of muffling that. So, as I was saying, players, go back to the players. Okay, so, on offense, Kansas City has Steve DeBerg, Christian Okoye, Barry Word, and that super fast guy is J.J. Burden. I don't think he is a major player, he's just fast. In real life, fast doesn't necessarily mean anything. But in a video game, it's huge. On defense, they have Derek Thomas, number 58. But otherwise, I don't know who the other players are. On Tampa Bay, the quarterback's Vinny Testaverde, and one of the running backs is Reggie Cobb. And I have no idea who else is on that team. Oh my gosh. That's call is awful. See, they still catch him. I guess I called a bad defensive play. He had one guy to beat and he beat him. I let the computer handle the defense, like I said before. But the guy fell over or dove, and that was that. There was nowhere anywhere near him. I have a hard time getting sacks for some reason. I think I used to get a lot, but I throw the ball fairly quick. Now, I wouldn't normally have ever played with these teams. I generally only, play as my favorite teams every time I used to play. Red, hot. Yeah, I missed on the dive. I can't seem to dive in a great angle here. Doesn't matter though. I mean, it doesn't matter if I win, obviously, but the game's fairly easy. There's no difficulty settings. I used to play as the Giants primarily, which is the team with Lawrence Taylor. I think he has the max speed, so everybody's bouncing off that guy. Better to just see a lot of TDs so you can see the celebrations. It's a different one than last time. So yeah, Lawrence Taylor can wreak havoc in this game as a max speed linebacker. And of course he's good at overall too, not just speed. I think I was saying earlier, I can rack up points on special teams, and that's because of Lawrence Taylor. He can block punts all day long in this game, which is what I used to do. I'd kick off, hold it, team to no first down. And then I'd block the punt right there near the end zone. Often can pick it up and run it in for the touchdown, and then kick off again, repeat, just keep getting touchdowns nonstop without ever needing the offense. A lot of the old games, you can find, a way to exploit like the same play over and over. There's probably some good plays here, I just don't remember. But this guy, just because he's fast, can get out there. They're catching up, but it's another good run.
First down.
So you don't have to throw. I haven't thrown too much yet, but there are bullet passes and there's lob passes. The lob's really slow, but you can throw it really deep.
Set, hut.
I'm going to try the HB toss and pass. So the running back is going to get the ball, and then he can throw it or run it. Oh, he got intercepted in the end zone. Oh well.
First down.
It's kind of hard to see in those little boxes how open they really are. And you can see if somebody's right next to them, but you can't see too far away from the player. By the time the ball gets there, they're surrounded. This Madden was the second one on the Genesis. The first one I don't own. I did rent it, and it's pretty much what convinced me to start buying Madden games instead of Sega's Joe Montana series. Well, I think shortly after that, Joe Montana was still on the cover, but he wasn't in the title. Sega just switched to calling them NFL and then the year. The year this came out was also the first time Super Nintendo got a Madden game, but I don't think it's really this one. It's just called John Madden Football, like the first Genesis game, but I don't exactly know if it has anything to... Well, I mean, they're all football, they're all Madden. They're going to be similar, but I don't think it's based on the Genesis games exactly. It has a different developer. I think that one is Park Place, and this one is just Electronic Arts itself. So, similar, but not the same version. And it's well known that these games ran better on Genesis, at least for the first few years. So if this game looks slow, I think the Super NES looks even slower. It had a lot more to do with, I guess, frame rates for being a bit choppy on Super Nintendo.
28.
Oh, I dove poorly. Oh my gosh, the defense is not doing too well. I gotta get the ball back here. I threw that interception in the end zone, which is why I might not score more than once here in the first half.
First down.
And I've played, like I said, a bunch of games. Most of the time, I hold the computer to field goals. Gosh, I gotta dive better or stop diving altogether. I'm gonna use some timeouts just because I want to get the ball back once more in this half. I only had it twice, so I'm giving up too many first downs. I scored, I think, I want to say at least 4 times per game. I only kicked one field goal.
Red. 28.
Basically just get touchdowns a lot. Computer does call some odd things sometimes, like one game they were down by only a touchdown late in the game. They just kept running the ball, which didn't make any sense.
Set. Hut. 28. Hut.
Running again, but I'm missing all the tackles. Oh, what happened?
First down.
Sometimes they'll kick a field goal somewhat early when they still have time. Right, yeah, I'm playing poorly, but hopefully I can have a better second half. Well, I have to kick off in the second half. I think the home team always receives. There's no coin toss. Oh, they're not calling timeouts either. Oh, they're going for the field goal. I can't use my timeouts. You can see there is instant replay, but they may not even get this off. They're going to time out. There they go. Yeah, you can call it instant replay. It's not as impressive as, the feature in today's games. Slow motion, changing the camera angle, but you can watch it or pause it and rewind it.
28.
Yeah, that's the worst second half I've had. Or the worst half ever that I've played in the past day. Yeah, it's not the second half yet. But Madden tells us some things. Keep those arms up and rushing the quarterback. They have 100% completion percentage. That's the problem. They're not usually that good. I don't know. I'm doing terrible. Generally 5-minute quarters leads to 40-minute games in real time.
First down.
Probably just calling maybe bad defensive plays. I call them fairly quick. I don't really think about it too much. Regardless of when you call your play, the computer seems to always take a little bit longer.
Set. 28. Red. Hut. Hut.
Finally almost had the quarterback. But he's just, maybe it's the awareness stat. Maybe Vinny Testore's just good at getting rid of the ball. I have one game it credited me with 5 sacks, but sometimes the game calls a sack when it's
Red.
the running back. So I don't really know why it does that. Maybe it's an option play, but I think it still wouldn't be called a sack. I'm also, of course, moving the linebacker out of position every play, which is probably another reason they get some guys open,
Set.
maybe.
28.
Just because I'm always
Red.
going for the sack. And I don't know, there were like 3 defenders on him, and it still just
First
got
down.
through. I can't understand why they're completing everything. I was on the quarterback's face. The defense is all over that receiver. Here, let me do an instant replay
Hot.
so you can see it. Well, there were 2 guys behind him. Yeah. Oh well. I was just unable to stop these guys.
Set. Hot. Hot. Hot.
Yeah, I know I can't stop myself from diving. I should stop switching on to some of the defenders too. Because when you switch on, there's that split second where you may need to change direction. These guys,
Set. Hot. Hot.
aren't super fast. Yeah, let the defense handle that, or the computer handle that defender anyway. Should probably start airing the ball out when I get it back, if I ever get it back. Oh, the computer, sometimes it just takes so long to call that play.
Hot. 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 Hot.
Oh, I hit the quarterback. Finally stopped him. Have my doubts we'll see the ambulance. It's not, a huge thing, but there's not a lot to see in the game. You've seen everything else for the most part.
28. Hot.
It is known just to be a little humorous, because just getting to the injured player, the ambulance runs into anything or anyone in their way. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Oh, there's someone catching him. Oh, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Holy cow. I wonder how far the instant replay goes back. Oh yeah, see, it doesn't go back all the way, so when he caught that, there was a guy there and he missed. Now I'm going slow, I'm trying to speed rush, so I start spinning and hoping they can't get him.
Touchdown.
That was a great return. 94-yard punt return by number 20. I don't know who number 20 is. I think Barry Ward's 23. Wow. It's got to be one of my best returns ever. I didn't think he'd be able to outrun them. And he really couldn't, but the spins got through, I guess. Or they just couldn't tackle. Well, guess I don't need to throw the ball since we're back on defense.
First down.
Should talk about the real game, I guess. The Super Bowl is why I tend to record football videos, Super Bowl weekend. I don't have any. I would have done a toy video, but I don't think I have anything really football related.
Red. Hot.
I got the starting lineup figures, which I don't think there's really much to show there. I have some opened. I used to open them. Then in the 90s, I left everything in the package. I have Christian Okoye starting lineup figure opened, but no Tampa Bay players. So I also typically do a prediction, just a guess, and my guesses are just based on who I'd prefer to win. So they're never very good. So I am a Giants and Patriots fan, which is an unusual mix, but being a Patriots fan, that means, I watched Tom Brady
Set.
for a long time,
Hot.
and he's on
28.
Tampa Bay
Hot.
now, so I'm gonna pick Tampa Bay. Both offenses are good. I assume they're gonna punt, but now it's the fourth quarter. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Tampa has a decent defense. I've not watched either team a great deal. I watched some playoff games. I'm just gonna say there'll be a fair amount of points scored and go 30-24 on the
Set.
final.
Red. Hot.
Yeah, different guy returning this time. Not a lot of room. Still decent. We're about almost at midfield.
First down.
I'm gonna try a Hail Mary just for the heck of it. I'll do a long lob pass.
Hot.
They do call pass interference. Usually, if you just get stuck on a defender, that's pass interference.
Hot.
Sometimes you can trigger it yourself.
First down.
I'm gonna try the halfback option. We'll see if I wanna. Last time I did a throw without the quarterback, he was intercepted.
Set. Hot.
Oh, good tip. Always dangerous. Sometimes when you catch the ball, you drop it, like you get hit and drop it, it's knocked loose, but it sometimes seems like it should be just a fumble, but they often call it an incompletion.
Set.
But then when you drop loose, it pops up in the air sometimes and off of other players. It'll bounce like sometimes just over and over. You just never know. Interceptions happen a lot, though we've only seen one so far. Fumbles are somewhat rare. I've only seen one fumble in the games I've played in the last day. Wow, I think that I'm gonna do it in replay. That was meant for number 23, but he ran into the receiver and then dove. The receiver just took it. The receiver got in his way. Would have been pass interference, I think, if it was a defender.
First down. Set. Hot.
Oh, gosh, I got mixed up which receiver was which. Yeah, I think I wanted the A receiver. I hit the B receiver. He was like right there near the quarterback.
Set. Hot. Touchdown.
I saw that one. Still at least one more celebration to see. Though, game's almost over here. I may be able to score once more.
Set. Hot.
But yeah, much better second half, especially because of that kick return.
First down.
Keep thinking a dive is more likely to cause an injury, but that's just me making things up. I don't know if that does anything different than just tackling.
Red. Hot.
Oh. Oh, I'm still diving everywhere. Well, it's hard though, even if you don't dive, because you kind of slide a bit. It's like trying to line up with the ball carrier. It's not that easy. I should. Here, this time I won't select anyone else beyond Eric Thomas and see what the computer does for tackling. Well, they dove into him.
First
It's almost
down.
2-minute warning.
First down.
I'll just take alignment so I don't mess up what the linebackers are doing.
28. Hot.
Man, almost had the sack. Almost. It's nothing special. They don't do anything. You know, I see that crowd image or a little graphic pop up with the crowd cheering, but yeah, nothing special happens. I just like to get sacks.
Red. Hot. Hot. Hot.
Oh, the defense that I wasn't controlling got the sack. So maybe I actually called a good play. Switch to the nickel defense here because I figured they should be passing.
Set. Hot. Hot. Hot.
Oh, we got him again. Same guy. So they're going for it, even though they're they're punting. Okay. Maybe I'll try a punt rush. I mean, there's not enough time.
Set.
Like, if they want to try to win, they'd have to go for it, even though they're in a terrible spot. That guy's slow. I haven't him returned.
First down. Set. Hot.
That was a mess of guys. Oh. I'm amazed he caught that. There's so many defenders there.
First down.
I wish I could flip the plays, but I don't think I can. Like, I'd rather toss right than toss left. I'm doing an off tackle run now. Oh, they got him. We try the toss left. This time maybe.
Set.
I like to have a lot of room on this sideline. They're all over him now. Okay, back to throwing. Now, I'm going to try to score once more here. I'd rather not kick the field goal. There's nothing special about it. It's just
Hot. Hot.
same kick meter. Let's call some timeouts.
First down. Set. Hot.
Yeah, that was a bad throw. I guess if I do get down to fourth down, I'll field goal it. Oh boy. Let's go with the play action pass. Probably to the A or B receiver if it looks okay. Oh boy. How is he that close? Okay, I got one more timeout. I can throw it once more.
First down.
And then I'll have to either go for it or kick the field goal. See what we have for goal line. Just play action and runs. Or flood left. I'm gonna try that. See, I'm not in goal line. It's not the best formation right here, but
Red.
they've got a nickel defense. Oh, it was tipped at the line. Yeah, okay, I'll show you the field goal. I'm probably not gonna be able to score with 3 seconds. But yeah, it's just nobody's kicked a field goal in this game, have they? I don't think so. You just see the guy put his arms up as long as I make it. You can't change the direction until you start the power meter. You can't change it, ahead before you hike the ball. Oh, they did kick a field goal earlier. Okay, 10 points. Not a bad game. Had that great kick return at least, or punt return. Threw an interception in the end zone, which is why I didn't score as much. Let's take a look at these stats. They still outthrew me though. My defense is really poor in this game. Typically the computer has like 0 rushing yards and like half that many passing yards. And number 90 pulled off a couple sacks late in the game. Had 100% third down conversions. Not too bad. Well, thanks for watching.